We're playing Portal 2, and this is a mod called Speedrun mod made by Crazy How, and it just removes every piece of cutscene from the game. Anything even close to a cutscene, like 1 second or something, it's just completely removed. Except for elevators, but they're still like super fast. And these two players, they're both like really good. I think Spidda though might win because he has a good PB, and I think whenever he just plays, he just like gets 33s out of nowhere. Like he doesn't play much. He might PB this race. So you're gonna see that they're hopping everywhere, and right now they don't have a portal gun because they haven't picked it up yet. They're gonna pick it up this chamber. They're hopping everywhere, and if you just strafe, if you strafe midair, like left and right, you just get like so much velocity. But once you go over 300, you can't really change direction. But you can keep strafing in the same direction and keep getting speed. You just have to like delay a hop or something.
This next test is very dangerous. To help you remain tranquil in the face of almost certain death, smooth jazz will be deployed in 3, 2.
So here, they're gonna put a portal next to this door, and they're gonna push the cube through the door because it thinks it's going through the portal. Actually, pretty close race so far.
If the Enrichment Center is currently being bombarded with fireballs, meteorites, or other objects from space, please avoid unsheltered
They're gonna
testing areas wherever
here they're gonna do what's called a portal stand, which they stand on the other side of the portal. Since they can only shoot blue right now, they have to stand on the orange side. And then if they press against the portal and immediately after shoot blue while they're on the orange side, you won't get pushed out, because normally you'll get pushed out, and that's called a reportal, which you get like I think it's 300 or 200 velocity outside of the portal. You get boosted out. So yeah, once again, it's called a reportal, and we're gonna be seeing that a lot.
Good work getting this far, future starter. That said, if you are simple-minded,
So Spit is ahead barely by like 4 seconds, but it's still really
to ensure
close.
that sufficient power remains for core testing protocols, all safety devices have been disabled.
Here, this should be a cutscene, but in normal Portal 2, oh, Blender is getting lead here, I think. Normal Portal 2, you can just shoot through a door where these two players were shooting and jumping. It's like a very small gap. You have to line up a ton of chords. But because I think Crazy Out considers that a cutscene, he just removed it from the game. He just removed the door from the game. You could just shoot through to the other side. So this map, just a ton of bunny hopping. You can see Blender has his SAR input hub. While you're jumping in midair, you don't really hold W unless you're doing a circle jump or just walking it or wall strafing. Which, by the way, is when you look slightly towards a wall that you're pressing against, and you hold the strafe key towards it and just W.
Here we are, the incinerator room.
There's actually a close skip they could have done here, but none of them did it. So Spidda just picked up the dual portal gun, and now he's able to shoot both colors.
Required by protocol to keep interaction with you to a minimum. Luckily, we haven't started testing yet.
This is also a best of 3, and since these both players are good, it shouldn't last too long.
I forgot how good you
Oh, look at Spidda, he doesn't really practice.
You should pace yourself.
Oh, that's not sub 4 though.
This next test involves discouragement redirection cubes. I just finished building them before you had your...
So,
done.
Valve didn't really think that you could just portal up on that wall and just jump and shoot the portal next to the button, because they're not. not the smartest developers, but yeah, that's the
the
thing. Just skip basically the whole chamber.
Congratulations. Not on the test. Most people emerge from suspension. One moment.
So right here where Spidda's at, there's a new rat that was found called a super reportal, and he's not gonna go for it. But it's like really consistent, but it doesn't save time over this route that he's doing right now. And as you can see, it was made because of like this, because it's really hard, and but you can get good at it, and it can be I guess kind of consistent. They're both actually going for it.
I'll give you credit. I guess you are
Yeah.
to me.
I mean, this is not like
You don't have to.
out of the ordinary. They just miss it like over and over again. But at this point, if you're the type of person who missed it like 5 times, which
This next test involves the aperture
really
science
everyone
of real
is,
faith
unless
play.
you're like
It was
the-
part of an
a god,
initiative to investigate how well
you
test
I think
subjects
you'd be
could solve
better off just doing the
problems
super
when they were
reportal,
catapulted into
which
space.
you can just stack a
Results
ton of
were highly
reportals because you get
informative.
stuck in a
They
wall.
could not. Here's an interesting fact. You're not breathing real air. It's too expensive.
Oh, Blender couldn't pick up that cube. If you just let go of that cube in front of you, for some reason you're faster than it,
Well,
and it'll
have fun
hit you and just
soaring through
completely
the air
stop,
without
and
a
you pick
care
it
in
up
the
right
world.
after.
I have
And
to
then
go
you
to
land
the
right
wing
on the
that was made
catapult, but
entirely of glass and pick
couldn't
up
grab it.
15 acres of broken glass by myself. Oh, sorry. I'm still cleaning out the test chambers, so sometimes there's still trash in them.
So yeah, these guys are
standing
just
around,
getting a ton of
smelling
jumps,
and being
or they're just
useless.
like getting boosted across the whole
Try to
map
avoid
because
the
they're
garbage hurtling
hitting
towards
these
you.
faith
Remember
plates
before
or
when I was
catapults.
talking about smelly garbage standing around being useless?
They're also sped up because of Speedrun mod.
Did you know that people with guilty consciences are more easily startled by loud noises?
This route also has another reportal, and Spidda's
sorry,
actually going
I
for it
don't
this
know why
time.
that went off. Anyway, just an interesting science
You just
fact.
stack 5 reportals and you get the perfect height, but
I
see,
don't
when you
know.
hit your head like that, or
Anyway,
you just
an
or
interesting
under strafe
science
it, it's
fact.
just impossible to make it in. You have to like strafe
Every
perfectly
test chamber
so that
is
you like
equipped
go
with
slightly
an
in. If you
emancipation
hit your
valve
head,
at its exit,
it's for
so
some
that
reason it's
test
just you just can't
subjects
make it in.
cannot smuggle.
Blender's also doing it. Oh god. Okay, wow.
This
If you're
next
too
test
close to the
involves
portal, if you're right in front of the portal on the wall, it won't work. And he was really close to it, but he wasn't within the portal bubble, thankfully. Also, Blender's gonna shoot. Oh, he's not gonna shoot under the floor. You can shoot under the floor and under the fizzler, and just hit the laser receptacle. This map that Spidda's on also has a cutscene. That's how you do the map. Yeah, you see he did a reportal there,
sailing through the air
just
majestically,
like
like an
flying in
eagle,
front of the stairs instead
piloting
of
a blimp.
next to them. There's also some
Enjoy this
this map
test.
uses
I'm
triggers a
going to
lot.
go to the surface.
Usually
It's a beautiful day out.
there's
Yesterday I saw
some
a deer. If you solve this next test,
scripted
maybe I'll let you
momentums.
ride an
So if you
alligator
get
all the way up to
certain
the platform.
velocity
And I'll tell
and you hit
about
the
time I
trigger,
saw a deer
that
again.
trigger will either remove or give you
Well, you passed the test.
velocity and
Better
just give
than
you
say
like
that-
a very specific velocity. I said velocity so many times. But if you end up
Bridges are made from natural light
combining
that
that
pump
with
in
the
from the
reportal,
surface. If you rubbed your
you'll
cheek
get the
on
scripted
one,
and the
it would be like
reportal, so the
standing
extra
outside
boost,
with the
and
sun shining
that's
on
used
your
a lot,
face. It would also set your hair
especially
on
in this
fire,
one map
so don't
called Cave
actually do
Johnson,
it.
but that's like later on.
Excellent. You're a predator, and these tests are your prey.
I don't really know if Spidda pushed the cube through a glass, but if you put a portal next to a glass, you can just push the cube through the glass again, like just like you can push it through the door.
When you die, I'm going to laminate your skeleton and pose you in the lobby. That way
So that
future
map,
generations
Spidda's
can
on, Bridger
learn
Gap,
from you
there's
how
a hopping
not
pattern that you
have
have to
your
do to
unfortunate-
skip that door
Well
from
done.
before it
In
closes on
fact,
you,
you
but
did
because it's
so
Speedrun
well,
mod,
I'm going to note this
it's
on the
also
file
removed.
in the commendation section.
So it's just open the whole time. Or I think it's just
This next
not even
test
there,
involves
actually.
turrets. You remember them, right? They're the pale spherical things that are full of bullets. Oh wait, that's you in 5 seconds.
Dude, look how fast this guy is. Oh, he's reporting with the ceiling. He didn't die. Yeah, that map is so easy to die on. If you're fast enough, you can avoid dying. A safe strat is just like zipping over all the turrets. That's pretty slow. Oh, here he's doing a laser switch glitch, which means you activate multiple laser receptacles with a laser
That jumpsuit's
in the same tick,
stupid.
so you can have like multiple
That's not me talking. It's
on
right here in your
when you're not
file.
supposed to.
On other people it looks fine. But right here, a
And
scientist has
if you press
noted
against the
that
door,
on you it looks stupid.
when it
Well,
opens
what
after
does
doing
an
the laser switch
ex-vehicles
glitch,
engineer know about
it'll stay
fashion?
open.
He probably... Oh, wait.
But if you're not
It's a
pushing
she.
against it, it'll just
Still,
close.
I'm going through the list of test subjects in cryogenic storage.
That only works in single player, but in co-op, it'll just close
I
on
have a
you.
surprise waiting for you after this next test. Telling you would spoil the surprise. So
These
I'll
turrets
just give
here
you
are
a
also gonna die like
It
super
involves
fast
meeting 2 people you
because
haven't seen in a long
Speedrun mod.
time.
Oh my! He's throwing the cube. That is toxic. In these elevators, usually you have to enter them at a specific time. So that the fade out to go into the next chamber is like perfect right after the dialogue stops, but in speedrun mod it does not matter. So you can just enter whenever and the dialogue would just stop like midway.
I bet you think I forgot about your surprise. I didn't. In fact, we're headed to your surprise.
Spidda's hopping on those stairs
I made it
because
all up.
it's faster than just wall strafing up the stairs.
Surprise. Oh, come on. If it makes you feel any better, they abandoned
Yeah.
you at birth. So I very seriously doubt they'd even want to see you.
This map in normal Portal 2 also has like the skip called Dane skip, or where you just like go through the portal, because after entering the portal there's a huge cutscene,
Well,
and
you
at the
know
bottom of the elevator
formula. Comedy equals tragedy plus
there's
drama.
a trigger
And
that
you
just
have been asleep for a while.
takes you to the
So I
next map.
guess it's actually
In speedrun mod
pretty
you don't even have to
funny
do
when
it.
you do the math.
I haven't really been seeing if Blender was beefing, but he is a little slow sometimes with these strats like that. So Spidda can afford like a couple mistakes here and there because he's just an overall faster player.
I thought about
There's
our
also
dilemma,
this
and I came up
mechanic
with a solution that I
called portal funneling, which if you're falling
Federal regulations
down
require me to warn
and
you that this next
there's a
test
portal
chamber
below you, and if you look at
looking
it,
pretty
you'll get funneled
good.
towards it,
That's right.
or just
The
inside of it,
facility is
and
completely operational
you can
again.
turn that on and off, and that's good for
I've
only
got a surprise
like
for
a
you
select
after this
map,
next
select few
test.
maps,
Not a fake, tragic surprise
very
like
few
last
maps,
time. A real surprise.
and
with
it's allowed.
tragic gun. What's going on?
Run! I don't need to do the voice. Run! Run!
So Spidda's entering the B-hop chapter, as what it's called in game.
Run! For goodness
It's not
sake!
what it's called in game, but it's just a ton of
The
B-hopping.
irony is you were almost at
They're
the last
really
test.
long maps and just B-hop maps. So
Come on!
you'll see how Like you really have to control your velocity so that you don't get over 300 and you don't accidentally fall off into the void. See there, see Spidda how he was jumping and looking slightly away from the wall? There he's like holding, right now he's holding A, but if the wall were to your right, he would be holding D. And that's called speed and wall strafing. And that gives you a ton of speed. It's the same with wall strafing, except it doesn't, wall strafing doesn't, you're not jumping and you don't keep getting velocity. So this map is extremely dark, but because of Speedrun mod, there's some fog that makes it a little bearable. There's a command which Blender might turn on. I think he did. Yeah, there's a, it's called, it's just something along the lines like mad ambient, something like that. And it just makes everything bright, and it's also loud. It's not cheap protected. But that's because some monitors are really, really dark. So it's basically impossible to play without it. So Spidda, he should do a report on this next map, you'll see. Oh, the stream is frozen. Oh my god, that was perfectly cut out, so you don't see it. So yeah, just a ton of b-hopping here. There's two routes he could do here. Spidda could grab a turret, a defect turret, and replace a normal turret, and it just like replaces all the white turrets with the defective turrets.
Follow me, you're gonna love this. Almost there. Ta-da! Only the turret controls.
But yeah, he's not gonna do that route. There's another route called Wheatley Skip,
deciding which turrets to keep and which to toss, and it's using
and you can just shoot through this door here because there's a very small gap.
turret.
The same with that one map early on.
I mean, was there any sort of announcement before
It is faster than doing the turret route.
You know, fair enough, the important thing is it's open, but just didn't bring your daughter to work day. That did not end well.
So yeah, just gonna be hopping here.
40 potato
Blender is gonna do the
Embarrassing.
other
I
route
realize
where he
that
just
children, but
replaces it.
still, you know.
He was able to shoot into that room there because he did a portal bump
Don't worry, I'm absolutely
where you just bump one portal
100% that it's the... Okay, let's do this. All right, now,
next to
you
it
can't use
by
it
just
twice.
shooting next to it basically. And you can do that shooting through the walls. I think that's the only time it's used in Portal 2,
Ha! I knew we were going the right way.
at least with the current routes.
This is the neurotoxin generator. Bit bigger than I expected. Not going to be able to just, you know, push it over. Have to apply some... There's our handiwork. I shouldn't laugh, really. They do feel pain of a sort. It's all simulated, you know. I'm afraid the door... What are you doing? We don't know what that button... Oh, well done. Let's see what's... You saw neurotoxin? It's still going down. Still going... Hold on, something's wrong. Neurotoxin levels up. That did it. Neurotoxin and gag.
So after this map that Spidda just left, there's usually a cutscene, but once again, thanks to Speedrun, it's just all cut out. I was running like normal Portal 2 for a while, but just the cutscenes got so boring. There's two maps where you do absolutely nothing.
Don't. Not so fast.
Stalemate resolved.
So yeah, just a ton of b-hopping here. Then there's actually a lot more maps where you just b-hop everywhere than I really thought of. Okay, Spidda, he's gonna shoot. Oh my god, that was fast. You can shoot just across the whole map there. Skip a ton of just walking or b-hopping. For some reason, it's really hard to hit. So look at how Spidda's timer is green, and it was like red at the end of that chamber. It means he's like close to PB pace. Probably only a couple seconds behind. This map, by the way, called Cave Johnson. This is where you use that script and momentum along with the reportal there. He's reshooting it so that that spot gives you script and momentum. Also, what did he just? Okay. Blender could actually. Never mind. There you go. You finally hit it. If you tap D at the end there, you can hit that pipe and just get a boost to the end. It's like a lot of things in this game line up perfectly for like just insane strats. It's all like pretty sure it's all coincidence. It's just insane though. How like incredibly lucky these things are. Spidda's gonna do a cube clip here. I don't really know how it works, but he's gonna go below the floor, just through it. I don't really know why that works. There's also a different cube clip where you can go above the ceiling, but it's extremely hard. And that hard one is called Cube Clip Senior, and the one that he did was Cube Clip Junior. It's really easy.
Oh, in case you got covered in that repulsion gel, here's some advice the lab boys gave me. Do not get covered in the
I don't know why his game is freezing.
All these science spheres are made of asbestos.
By the way, that blue gel, if you just step on it or just jump on it, it's just like bouncy gel. That's all it is. If you land on it and just hold crouch, it's not. It won't bounce you.
Just a heads up, that coffee we gave you earlier had fluorescent calcium in it, so we can track.
So yeah, just typical strats here. He's like freezing at the end of every chamber.
Now, if you're part of
I don't think Spidda's gonna do. Yeah, he's not. There's a really hard route for this map, which just consists of a stuck launch. And with the stuck launch, you get stuck in between two things. I think it's a prop and a wall, maybe.
If you're hearing this, it means you're taking a long time on the catwalks between tests.
But the game will you'll be stuck, and the game just thinks you're going down, so it'll just keep giving you downward velocity. The max is 3,500, but you can that's still like a lot of velocity. And if you have like blue gel below, where you're getting stuck launched, you'll get bounced like so far up.
Congratulations! The simple fact that you're standing here listening to me means you've made a glorious contribution to science.
Which will be used like in this map called 3 gels. Not this map though. This map Spidda's on is potatoes. Normally you'd grab you'd pick up GLaDOS when she was shoved into a potato. But it's a cutscene apparently. I'm glad their timers are synced, because I'm not sure I really know how to sync them up. So Spidda, he just combined some bee hopping with a reportal, and in the beginning of the map he just shot through a tiny gap, which, like I said, it's like perfectly there. Just skip the whole chamber. Super lucky route. And Spidda is also gonna just spam jump inputs. He does get a ramp. And for some reason, if you go down and just spam jump there, you just keep building more velocity, I guess.
For staggering your way through
another
amateur
thing
science's
perfectly like
propulsion gel testing. You've made some real
perfectly
contributions to
there
society
for
for
speedrunners
change, and
to
for that,
abuse.
humanity is grateful. If you had any belongings, please pick them up now. We don't want
Oh
newspapers and
no,
such.
I'm not getting
Welcome
baited.
to the
No,
enrichment center.
Spidda shot a portal behind him so he can do a
Since making
core
test
out.
participants
He's actually gonna do it.
for all
This,
employees,
this is like the
quality
first
of
time I
our
see
test
this in the
subjects
tournament.
has risen dramatically. Employee
There's a
retention
trigger where he's standing right now, and what he's doing right now is he's lining up some chords, and when he jumps, it'll disable that trigger, which is a scripted momentum trigger, by the way. He's not getting it. That's why he's jumping over and over again. Usually you'd get it like first, second try. I think he has the wrong chords.
ground up moon rocks are pure poison. I am deathly ill.
Yeah, he's lining it up again. So once he disables a trigger, he won't get pushed out because he's gonna try to do a super reportal, which, if you remember, you do by getting stuck in the wall. And he actually got it. He's not stuck yet. He's just lining up where he needs to be. He's gonna walk into this portal, and this hitbox is gonna wobble a bit. There you go. And it wobbled into the wall, and he got stuck. Oh no! I think he went for 2800. You don't go for 2800 speed there. Blender could actually catch up here. I think he will catch up. This is why, like, this route, Spidda was ahead by more than just a map. But he's probably gonna be... He's behind actually now. Because where Blender just passed is where Spidda's supposed to land. Oh no. He's super confused, doesn't know what to do. Oh my god, this is actually... This sucks. This route isn't really worth it in Speedrun mod. Because there's an elevator that is super sped up. But in normal Portal 2, it's super slow. So that's where it would be worth it, but not here. Yeah, he actually hit it that time. He went for 2800 velocity, which it just doesn't work sometimes. Yeah, he actually lost so much time. But if he went for 300, it's pretty consistent. So Blender is now ahead, and he has Blue Gel below him. He's doing a stuck launch right now. The gel is actually too far. That's what happens when your portal on the gel is like where the gel goes through is either not aligned right, or that portal on the wall is too far up. Now yeah, that portal is fine. It's just the portal on the other side. As you can see, Spidda got it right there. I actually don't. I was gonna switch the audio, but I don't think I have to anymore. Blender needs to go to the other side and fix the portal. That could actually work there, though, what he's doing there. And Spidda right now, that tube in front of has blue gel, which you never see, by the way, in a normal game. So it's bouncy, which makes no sense. So you can just keep bouncing. You can just keep bouncing to the end. Another thing perfectly lined up for speedrunners to abuse. Plus 55. Spidda's really paying his taxes on this one.
For God's sake,
I'm not
your
quite sure what that
boxes
means.
With legs. It's literally your only purpose. Walking onto buttons. How can you not do the one warmer?
So
Boiling hot. Okay, colder.
it's gonna be
colder,
hopping on this
you're
map.
Arctic now. You're very cold. Very,
That's the same with many maps. You see just normal strats here.
You have no
You have the,
idea what it's like in this
the typical put
I
the
have
cube
to
on the
test
button strat.
all the time, or I get this itch.
You could actually
It
do a
must be
cube through there,
hardwired into the system
but
somehow.
he didn't go for it.
Oh, but I tell you, designed this test myself. It's a little bit difficult.
Oh, he missed the
You'll
button.
notice the moat area there. Oh, yeah.
So yeah, Wheatley right now is addicted to testing,
Oh, here's an idea.
because it has a
If the
UFO
test is so
response
difficult,
to whenever someone completes a test.
and nothing. Alright, can't blame me for trying. Okay, new
And that's
tests,
why Spidda had to
new
do it twice,
tests.
because
Gotta be some
Wheatley
tests
is not that smart.
somewhere. It's all right. Everything's good. I
A
just
lead
invented
change?
some
There's
more
not a
tests.
lead change. Well, there was two actually.
Entirely. Look at the word test there on the
Yes,
wall. That's
Spidda
brand
did
new.
just pass Blender again. Also, Spidda, he was flying there because he did this glitch. Yeah, he did get fly. He did a glitch to where if you stand at the end of a portal, so that you have 0 velocity, and if you crouch long enough and uncrouch long enough, you can do it both ways. You just crouch and leave the funnel,
Yeah.
or crouch and uncrouch and leave the funnel. You'll just get fly. And I think the one where you just crouch and leave the funnel is called
Oh
uh,
yes. Well done.
I think it's called CFG, crouch fly glitch. I'm not really sure though. But if you let go of crouch,
I'm coming.
you'd
Don't start
lose
yet. Don't start yet. You're
fly.
not gonna believe this. I
And
found a sealed off wing. Hundreds.
if you do the one where you
perfectly good
crouch
test
and
chambers
uncrouch,
just sitting there, filled with
if you
skeletons.
just
Shut
crouch
up.
after
Good as new.
flying, you'd lose it. But if you go into the next chamber with fly, you would keep the fly glitch. So then you'd be able to crouch. It's the same with saving and loading in the same chamber. You'd keep the fly and be able to crouch, but that's
All right,
considered
so the
SLA.
last test was seriously disappointing. Apparently, being civil isn't.
So yeah, Spidda just entered the funnel, and once he left it,
You solve a simple test.
he just lost the fly. The reason that works, I think, is because when you crouch, the game thinks you're entering a funnel twice. So that adds like a value of 2 to like in a funnel, something like that. And then once you leave it, you lose only 1 of those
What was
of that.
Nothing. That was nothing.
So it like go down to 1. So the game still thinks you're in a funnel and you just be able to fly around. It's not no clip, by the way. Yeah, this race is
Don't
pretty
mind me,
close.
just moving the old test chamber a
Surprisingly.
bit closer to me. I
Um,
thought maybe
it's not no clip.
proximity to the
You
test
you
solving
still have to
might give us
uh,
results.
keep in mind the losing velocity thing.
Oh, sorry, I could have sworn you said. Are you absolutely sure you're solving these?
So if you're like flying
Yes, you solved
and you
it.
lose
I wonder
velocity,
if
you would
there
just
is
keep
a
flying in
number
that
of ways to
direction
solve them
unless you
and
like hit a
make it
wall
all the worse.
or stop yourself with a cube. By the way, where Spidda shot, that's called a great shot. Oh.
Calibrate wave. I'm going to tape you
And
these, and then
for some reason it has
watch
portable
10
surface,
at once. Get 'em
and if you
onto
shoot
a
at the right spot,
concentrated burst of science.
it just puts a
Oh,
portal
related
there
note,
on the grate.
I am going to need you to solve these 10 times as fast. Anyway, just give me a wave, would you, before you
So yeah,
solve this
Spidda's
one,
getting
alright? I don't
fly
wanna spoil the
again.
ending for when I watch it later.
He's gonna use level geometry here to bounce himself down. Oh, he's actually going for the backup because he missed the first one. Oh my god, you can go through the... I didn't know you can go through the roof! Almost did there. What the... Look, he lags! He lags every time! So yeah, he has fly here, so he can't jump because he just goes straight up.
Was
It's basically like just having
already
0
fixed.
gravity.
Programmed in one last tremor for old time's sake.
Crouch fly is
Two,
easy
one
to
or
explain.
two
They
more tremors
crouch
in there just for fun.
and they
Alright, still
then they
going, let's
fly.
keep moving.
Yes.
Sorry about that. I let him keep his job. I'm not a monster. Ignore what he's saying. Then just might as well.
So he entered the funnel. He's gonna leave
To your
it,
left, you'll see some
and he's
lights
flying.
of some kind. Don't know
He didn't
what
go
they do,
for a more
but
difficult
they're
strat,
sciencey anyway. And to your right,
which you'd have to do blind.
are you all right back there?
That's okay.
Here, I'll turn the-
It only saves. Since he did that super fast, it doesn't save that much time.
Ah, you're alive.
So here he's gonna
Getting
turn off funneling, which we talked about earlier.
Obviously, who else would I be doing
You
it
won't
for?
get
No.
funneled into the portal, and if you enter the funnel with forward velocity like he is here, you keep that forward velocity because the funneling is off. If the funneling was on, you just go you just fly up, or you just go straight up and then go back down, obviously, because you don't have crouch fly because the funneling is on.
Only 3 more chambers.
So
to the
he's
big
actually,
surprise.
that's like the only chamber you really turn off funneling for. So he's gonna get fly again
Oh, it's tiring.
for the 3rd time. So yeah, he wasn't strafing too much air because he would get over 300 and just lose velocity. And the reason he was able to just jump again there normally is because he crouched
I'll bet you're both
in the same
dying
chamber.
to know
If you were to keep
your
it onto
big
finale 1 and then
surprises.
crouch, he would not lose it.
Only 2 more chambers. Surprise!
Too many words. Crouch in 1 minute. Yep. In normal full game,
Don't do that.
you would keep fly onto finale 1
No, seriously, do come back. Please,
because
come back, please.
that funnel
I've decided I'm
that
not
Spidda
gonna
left
bully you,
earlier
okay?
is
Oh,
really slow,
just thinking
but
back to the old
speedrun mod
times,
it's
the old days when
super
we were
sped up,
friends, good old friends.
so that's
Can't
just
help but
faster
notice
than to
that
do.
You're not coming back. Which is oh, I've got an idea.
So yeah, Spidda's actually on finale 2, by the way, which is the last chapter of the game, and there's only four finales in this chapter.
Something break back there. Ha! Was that your bullet-riddled body flying out of the room? It was. Oh, those were the crap times,
Blender
weren't
just
they?
entered finale 1.
Well,
They're
no matter,
pretty
because
close.
I'm still holding all the cards. And guess
I'm
what?
actually
They're all full
I'm gonna see if I can delay Spidda.
Never actually played cards.
I
Need to
don't
learn.
really know how to do that though.
Anyway, new turret, not defecting. Ace of fours. The best
Yeah, I'm
ever.
not gonna really
Unbeatable,
bother with
I
that.
would imagine.
So yeah, Spidda got fly there. Heat. Oh, okay, wow. Oh, yeah, I knew it. Oh, he's just losing fly. So you're not supposed to land on that railing after getting fly, but since he did, he could have just made a save and loaded it before getting fly, but I guess he didn't make one, and he landed on the railing. So there's like you usually use the level geometry. What is he doing? You don't have. Oh, that's right. He doesn't have fly. So yeah, you just use it level geometry to like go onto this next map that he's on with fly, but doesn't have fly. So he has to do intended here.
There we go. I
And
wanted to
Blender
talk to you for a
going
moment,
for the
if I may.
looking higher up, so this is safer, and he's gonna keep the. This is what you should be doing. Hit that wall there. Yeah, just getting to the end with this level geometry perfectly aligned once again. But actually did not too bad for doing it without fly. So let's see, he finishes this map at 34-16. Regular finale 3. This is exciting, yes. No, Blender is still behind by a couple seconds. So yeah, Spit on finale 4, Blender on finale 3. So yeah, because Blender has fly here, once again he's gonna enter the enter and leave the funnel, and he's just gonna lose it. Yeah, Blender's about
50%.
I don't really know, like 20 seconds behind, 18 seconds behind.
Quick, what's the situation? Oh,
It's
Warning.
okay. Never
Core
mind.
corruption at 75%.
Oh wait, I've been looking at the wrong stream. Spidda's on the last core. You just need 3 cores for this. And there's a moonshot here.
Core corruption at
The roof
100%.
above you would like collapse, and you'd be able to shoot the moon. But you could do that earlier. But like
Please press the
just
stalemate
holding
resolution
mouse
button.
1 and W here, and looking at the right spot, and he hit it. It's a not gonna lie, not that good of a time. But he's still gonna beat Blender by not that much actually. This is actually still a pretty close race. Blender is gonna go for Moonshot also. If you miss it, it's not that big of a deal. He missed it. See, you can just wait for it and just do a cutscene normally. French local gets drunk during tournament. Yep, GG's. No, it's actually not GG's. It's a GR. Good race. Or a good round. Because it's still a best of 3. So right now, they're taking a break. They're just gonna reset their games here. Yo! Where's your name, Scott? So yeah, if Spidda doesn't mess up this finale 2 like he did, and conversion intro, he could easily get probably a 33. Yes, good luck in the next runs. Still have one more race. Or 2. Or 3, actually. No, actually, no, could just be 2. If Blender wins both these 2 rounds because it's a best of 3. So at the end of a run, you just reset your game. You should. Yes, piano time. Because if you just stack loads and stuff like that, the loads get slower and slower. So yeah, if they were to do a run right now, and one person would reset and the other one wouldn't, the person who just reset their game would have faster loads. So at the end of a run, you just reset your game. You should. Yes, piano time. Because if you just stack loads and stuff like that, the loads get slower and slower. Why do I hear myself? So yeah, if they were to do a run right now, and one person would reset and the other one wouldn't, the person who just reset their game would have faster loads. Okay, they're gonna start soon. So hopefully their timers aren't messed up. We both reset it, so we should be fine. And if Spidda decides to go again for conversion intro, he could actually he could mess up even more, or just get a first try. Could go either way. That did cost him a lot of time and almost
And
a
again,
race.
welcome to the Aperture Science Enrichment Center. The portal will open and emergency testing will
So
begin.
yeah, they're both
in
starting
3,
here.
2, 1.
Oh yeah, timers look fine. We're good.
Cube and button-based testing remains an important
So
tool
if you weren't here
science,
for last
even in a
race, I'm
dire
just gonna
emergency.
go over a couple
If
things
cube and
real
button-based
quick.
testing caused this emergency,
Right now,
don't
they're
worry.
jumping everywhere, and if you strafe midair, if you air strafe, you can build a ton
You
of
feel
velocity.
liquid running down your neck. Relax.
If you
Lie
go
on
over
your back
300,
and
however,
apply immediate
you will not be
pressure
able to
to your
change
chest.
direction. That's called losing
You are
control.
simply experiencing a rare reaction in which the material
Unless
emancipation
you
drill
delay a
may
hop.
have emancipated the ear tubes
Or
inside
just
your head.
lower your velocity by delaying a hop or by any other means. Then you'd be able to
Good.
change direction.
Because of the technical
That
difficulties
doesn't mean
currently
you wouldn't be able to
experienced,
strafe though.
your test environment.
There's also
If
something
the
called
Earth
a
is currently
reportal,
governed by a manner of animal king, severe cloud, or other governing
which
body that either
means
refuses
if you
to
stand in
or is
between
incapable
two,
of listening
both
to
your
reason.
portals, you shoot the opposite portal that you're standing on, you would get a boost out. And I think it's a boost about like 200 velocity. So that's
Some
like really
emergency
close
testing
to
may
losing
require
control,
prolonged
which is
interaction with
300.
lethal military androids. Rest assured that all
And
lethal
we
military
abuse that a
androids have
lot.
been taught to. This next test is very
If you
dangerous.
land
To help
also
you remain tranquil in the
on
face of
like a
almost certain
slanted
death,
surface,
smooth jazz will be deployed.
you
In
can
3,
just get a ton of boost or a ton of velocity by jumping right as soon as you land on it.
You have trapped yourself.
Here, yeah, the game is really buggy. They're just gonna shoot through that. They're just gonna shoot a portal next to the door.
If the enrichment center is currently being bombarded with fireballs, meteorites, or other objects from space, please avoid unsheltered testing areas wherever a lack of shelter from space debris does not appear to be a deliberate part of the test. Wherever a lack of shelter from space
This map they did a portal stand,
does not. Well done. The enrichment center
which
that although circumstances may appear bleak,
what happens when you get a reportal, but you also press the keys against the portals, so you don't get pushed out.
through portals. If the laws of physics no longer apply, if you are a non-employee who has discovered this facility amid the ruins of civilization, welcome. And remember, testing is the future, and the future
Also forgot to
starts
explain this
with
button
you.
glitch. If you line up like right in the right spot and look at the right spot also, you can just walk forwards and hold on.
Good work getting this far, future starter.
You can just walk forward and get on the button and get off the same tick, I think, or just activate the button for one tick, I think, and it'll just stay on. You can only do that with a few buttons. This is also Speedrun mod, which just cuts down the game in half because it removes all the cutscenes. Which record for the game with cutscene is basically just an hour, under an hour, like 59 minutes and 47, I think. But in here it's like 30 seconds or 30 minutes. I mean 30 minutes. 30 minutes and like 30 seconds. It's pretty insane if you think about it. Literally 30 minutes of cutscene.
Avancez, voilà. Après le début des tests, le protocole m'impose de limiter au maximum mes interactions avec vous. Les tests n'ayant pas commencé, c'est notre
Also, I
dernière occasion
don't really know how I feel about Blender using French audio.
Excusez le désordre. Je me suis un peu laissé aller depuis que vous m'avez tué. Vous vous débrouillez comme un chef. Mais je vous
So,
conseille
yeah,
d'économiser
Blender is
vos
actually ahead by a lot. He's like
La prochaine SAT
20
comporte
seconds
des
ahead,
cubes
maybe.
anti-découragement. Je venais de les développer quand vous avez fait votre
Probably
petite
25.
quiz. Nous allons enfin
Yo,
pouvoir
he
le
messed up
tester
here. He did this
ensemble.
last race. Oh
Il
no.
doit y en avoir dans le coin.
There's actually like a lot of time save for Spidda.
Voici les résultats des tests. Vous êtes quelqu'un d'affreux.
French saves 10 ticks. Yep.
Ne laissez
Blender
pas
going for the
l'argument
French strats.
quelqu'un d'affreux
Free
vous
10 tick
décourager.
time save.
Ce n'est qu'une question statistique. Si cela peut vous rassurer, la science a maintenant enterré. Félicitations.
See if
Un
Spidda
premier
does this
test.
perfectly.
La plupart des
Yep.
sujets sortent de cryostase.
Catching up.
Un instant. Vous passez ces salles de test plus vite que je n'arrive à les construire. N'hésitez pas à lever un peu le pied et faire ce que vous voulez, à part détruire le centre.
Oh my god, my stream is loading. What the
Faire
frick?
ce que vous voulez, à part détruire le centre. Vous m'avez écouté, j'en suis très heureuse. Mais à titre d'information,
Anyways,
vous n'êtes pas
they
obligé
used a
d'aller
report
aussi
on this map, this laser overview map. Can't really tell where we are because I don't know, this isn't loading.
Le test qui suit comporte une plaque de foie aérienne d'Aperture Science. Elle faisait partie d'une expérience visant à tester les facultés logiques
Okay,
du sujet
run
catapulté
cat
dans
launcher.
les airs. Les résultats ont été très probants. Le catapultage inhibe la... Que saviez-vous? Ce que vous respirez n'est pas vraiment de l'air. Il revient...
So yeah, just normal things. Same
Passons au
run.
test suivant.
Blender still
Tiens,
ahead
des
though.
plaques de foie aérienne avancées.
Not that much actually, like
Amusez-vous
only
bien
10
à fendre
seconds.
gaiement les airs.
Even less actually.
Moi, il faut que j'aille dans l'aile qui
Like
est
7
couverte
seconds.
entièrement en verre pour ramasser 60 000 mètres carrés de verre brisé, toute seule. Oh, pardon, je n'ai pas fini de nettoyer les salles de test. Du coup, il reste parfois des déchets qui sentent mauvais et n'ont aucune utilité. Tâchez d'éviter les déchets qui fondent sur vous. Vous vous
So
rappelez
yeah,
quand je
there's
vous ai
like
parlé
several
des
ways
déchets
to
qui
get
sentent
velocity in
mauvais
this
et n'ont
game.
aucune utilité?
So like the first and like
Le
obvious
saviez-vous, les
that
personnes
you're
qui n'ont pas la
seeing
conscience
all the
tranquille sont
time
plus
is just
sensibles
bee
aux
hopping,
crises car elles...
which I explained earlier. Just strafing midair.
Je ne sais pas ce qui est arrivé. En tout cas, c'était
Blender
vraiment
unleashed the
très
beast, yep.
intéressant.
He's oh no. I can only imagine what this game would feel like in VR. You'd probably throw up.
Oh, chaque salle de test est
But yeah, there's bee
équipée
hopping,
d'une
there's
grille
also wall
d'émancipation en
strafing.
sortie.
Just
Pour que
on the
les
ground
sujets de
where
test
you look
n'emportent
towards
rien à-
slightly towards the wall that you should be pressing against, and you hold W and the strafe key towards the wall. There's
Le prochain
also
test fait intervenir des
speed
grilles
wall strafing,
d'émancipation,
which is
vous
like
vous
the same
souvenez?
thing.
Je vous en ai parlé dans la dernière zone de test qui n'en comportait pas.
But you're jumping and you're looking away from the wall and only holding the strafe key. And with speed wall strafing, you can just keep building velocity. Compared to wall strafing, we just get constant velocity faster than walking speed normally. So spidda.
Jamais ce qui est arrivé. J'étais là par terre. Tac, un
Is
oiseau.
he actually still
Non.
behind?
Et donc,
I can't really tell. Oh yeah, he's still behind. Blender messed up there. I think with that mistake, I think Spidda could catch up. Oh no, it like did the same thing.
Quelle classe!
What
Vous
is
avez
up
toute la
with
grâce
this?
d'un aigle qui pilote un dirigeable.
Spidda's going to win by 3 ticks, but Blender's actually going to win by 7 ticks because he's playing in
Le
French.
prochain test va vous plaire.
Yep, we've
Je vais
determined
me
that.
rendre à la surface. Il fait un temps superbe.
Speed wall strafing
Hier,
is more
j'ai
like
vu un
bunny hopping
cerf.
than wall
Si vous
strafing.
venez à bout
Yeah.
du prochain test, je vous autoriserai peut-être à prendre l'ascenseur jusqu'à la salle de repos pour vous reparler de la fois où j'ai vu un cerf. Et bien
Dang.
voilà, c'est
Blender through
gagné.
the cube.
Je n'ai pas vu le cerf aujourd'hui.
It's risky. Spidda's cube just went flying. Yeah, I'm not a speedrunner and I have no idea what any of the terms you guys are saying. You guys say, but this is cool. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm explaining them.
En outre, vos cheveux s'embraseraient. Je vous déconseille donc d'essayer.
Once again, every portal, just shoot the opposite portal you're standing on.
Excellent.
Get a lot of
Vous êtes
velocity.
une prédatrice et ces tests sont vos proies.
You know, I was gonna do something, but I forgot. What were you gonna do? What
Bonne
were you
nouvelle.
gonna do?
J'ai trouvé comment investir l'argent que j'épargne en recyclant le volume d'air qui
You were
vous
gonna
est
stream?
destiné. À votre mort, je vais faire plastifier votre squelette et
Maybe
vous
you
accrocher
forgot
à la
to stream?
feuille. Ainsi, les générations futures pourront éviter l'inconvénient d'avoir votre Bravo! Je vais même le
So yeah,
porter à
Blender
votre
just did.
dossier
He combined a
dans la
reportal there,
section
so he
mention
got
spéciale.
a boost, and his ceiling was on the floor, so you get a boost down, and you can
Le
like
prochain
perfectly
test contient
hop
des
to the ending.
tourelles. Vous vous en souvenez? Les choses pâles et froides remplies de balles. Ah non, ça c'est vous dans 5 secondes. Bonne chance.
Are they actually like tied now?
Bonjour, madame.
I can't believe this race is like this close. See, 9:47.
Pour maintenir un
Oh, yeah,
cycle de test
don't stream
constant,
today.
je simule la lumière
Oh
du
my god,
jour
they're
à
actually
toute
like
heure,
tied.
et j'ajoute des vapeurs surrénales à votre arrivée d'air.
Can't stream
Histoire
tomorrow either.
d'éveiller
What?
votre perception du temps.
Scrim, they'll scrim.
Hier, c'était votre anniversaire.
If you don't scrim, you're cut.
Bon anniversaire. Votre combinaison vous donne
So
l'air
Spidda, by the way,
stupide.
did laser
Ce n'est pas
switch
moi qui
glitch.
l'ai dit. C'est marqué
You can
dans
scrim
votre
tomorrow, not
dossier.
today.
Elle va
Damn
travailler
it.
à d'autres personnes. Mais un scientifique
Anyways, a
a
laser
dit
switch
qu'elle vous
glitch.
donne l'air
You do it by switching between
Bien sûr,
a
un vieil ingénieur
couple of laser
barbu et la
receptacles.
mode, ça
If
fait
you
deux.
do it fast enough,
Il est sûrement-
you can activate
Ah, mais
all of them
attendez,
at like the
c'est
same
une
tick.
femme.
And if you
Le
push
cache.
against a door,
Ah non,
which is
attendez,
normally what it
elle est
opens,
docteur. Je parcours la liste des sujets de
it'll
test en
just keep
cryostase.
opening. Fucked by subbing.
Après le prochain test, j'aurai une
Wait.
surprise.
Oh my god,
pour
Spidda's
vous.
ahead now.
Je ne vous dis pas
They're
ce
like
que
perfectly
c'est, mais
timed.
Voici un indice. Vous y retrouverez deux personnes. In a long time.
Yes. Finally get to play Scout. Yep. I was tired of the French audio. Spidda is ahead, after all.
It says this next test was designed by one of Aperture's Nobel Prize
God, that
winners.
sounds
It doesn't say what the prize was for.
so
Well,
normal
I know
now.
It wasn't for being immune to neurotoxin. I bet you think I forgot about your surprise. I didn't. In fact, we're headed to your surprise.
Look at this, they're like entering at the same time. Oh, Blender has super fast loads though.
I made it all up. Surprise. Oh, come on. If it makes you feel any better, they abandoned you at birth. So
God,
I very
Canyon is
seriously doubt they even
racist.
want to see you.
That's a cool portal. I actually never do that, I should probably do it.
Well, you know the old formula. Comedy equals tragedy plus time. And you have been asleep for a while.
So in case
So I
you've seen
guess
like
it's
any other
actually
source
pretty
game
funny
speedruns,
now.
like which were all made by Valve. But there's other games that actually can have like the same source engine, but not, I don't think made by Valve. But they have like the same mechanic where you can just strafe and bunny hop. So you've probably seen other games like Half-Life 2 or Half-Life 1, or Portal 1,
I thought about our dilemma, and I came up
or
with a
other like
solution that-
non-speedrun games like Team Fortress 2 or CS:GO. They just all have the same mechanic,
Federal regulations require me to warn you that this next test chamber
just strafing mainly.
is looking pretty good.
Look at Spidda.
That's right. The
Okay,
facility
nice.
is completely
That's laser
operational
switch
again.
glitch also there. Country is too square
I've got a
shaped.
surprise for you after this next test.
Yeah, I think the
Not a
Stanley
fake
Parable also has the
perfect
same
surprise
mechanic.
like last time.
Yeah, I
A
think it does.
real surprise
I mean, I've seen the
with
console,
tra-
like,
What's going on?
so
Run, I know
probably.
you boys, run.
Oh, is it? Oh, that's actually pretty cool.
Come on,
Could you like be hopping it?
come on.
Speedrun Stanley Parable.
Run.
I actually haven't seen like another game
The
with
irony is
the
you were
same
almost at the last
same
test.
movement like Portal 2. What I mean by that, by the way, they all have like a jump height is different. Certain stuff is different.
Come on.
Oh, you can't jump. Oh, you can play wall strafe. Like jump height is different. The losing control mechanic is also different. Being able to crouch while you're being able to jump while crouched, you can only do it in certain games like CS:GO, Half-Life 2, I think, and Half-Life 1. I think also Portal 1, but not in like not in Portal 2, Team Fortress 2. I've seen someone changing so you can jump with Stanley you can jump in Stanley Parable, and the B-hop was exactly like in Portal 2.
We've still got work to
That
do.
is insane.
She can't touch us back here. Ooh, it's dark down here, isn't it?
Speed mod for
They
that game would
say that
just
the
add
old
jumping.
caretaker of this place
For Stanley
is
Parable.
absolutely crazy. Chopped up as
I would like to
tires,
see a speedrun where you could
robots.
of that game where you
All
just
the
jump
robots,
everywhere.
They say at night you can still hear the screams of their replicas. All of them
Not even Spidda doing
functioning
Spidda strat,
as
yep.
the originals. Now, here's an interesting story. You might like this.
Unless you're like
Almost
really
like
good at it
Shopware
and
in manufacturing.
you want to go
But
for
now,
record,
guess who the former
you shouldn't go
was?
for it.
Only an exact duplicate of himself. Nepotism. Ended up giving me the
The
worst
strap we're talking about, by the way, is because we're playing speedrun mod, which removes every cutscene. The door at the end of the elevator that was before this map is open already, and so if you shoot a portal and you do like a couple precise hops, you can just go to the end. It does save time, but it's super hard.
Turret redemption lines
Yes,
are not
Portal 1 you
rides.
can, okay.
Please exit the turret redemption line.
So yeah, these maps that they're on is just a ton of bunny hopping or bee hopping everywhere.
Target acquired.
Spidda right here could go for pancake skip. Oh, he baited. So if you just line yourself up correctly, there's a door here which he's gonna line up in a couple seconds. You can just shoot right through it because it has this very tiny gap. Bee hopping. Yeah, and that skips a cutscene.
Was there any sort of announcement before it opened, like a buzzer or an alarm of some kind, or like a hacker alert?
Really long cutscene.
Fair enough. The important thing is it's open, but you just didn't bring your daughter to work day.
So yeah, just bee hopping here.
And
Spidda's had
14
about like
potato batteries.
20 seconds.
I mean, I realize they're children, but still.
Or 15 probably.
No hanging fruit and all that. Fairly science, really, is it? I'm pretty sure we're going the right way. Don't worry, I'm absolutely guaranteeing you 100% that it's this way. Okay, let's try this way. All right, now she can't use it.
Bro, my stream. Okay.
Ha! I knew we were going the right way. This
So these
is
guys
the
are actually both in
neurotoxic
really good
generator.
runs.
Bit bigger than I expected. Not going to be able to just, push it over. Have to apply some cleverness. There's some sort of control room up at the top. So
They're
let's go
both
investigate.
on PV pace, looks like. Like they're both still in the green.
Well done. Let's see what's
So the door Spidda's shooting through, for some reason you can shoot through, and you can hit some panels on the other side to like get some tubes early than usual. Reminds Spidda to put milliseconds on his thing when he's done. You remember? Okay, what were you gonna do? I'm actually curious. Unless it's personal, then okay.
Stalemate resolved.
No, stop! No! No!
Daniel's timer's going with Switch lag. So, if this looks fun, you really, if you haven't speedrun a game, or Portal 2, this game, and you play other games, other Source games made by Valve, you really should look into this game because it's super fun and it has just the bee-hopping mechanic. So like a lot of your skill would transfer over. Because I know like there's been a lot of like people that do a bunch of CSGO bee-hopping and surfing and stuff like that, and KZ, and they're like, once they start in Portal 2, they're super good. So yeah, even if you're not like experienced with Source Engine, you should still get into this. Unironically a fun speed game, yeah it is. And there's also not really a speedrun mod tutorial, but there's just a normal full game tutorial. Maybe I can't even think. Thanks. And yeah, it's actually really helpful. There was a really outdated tutorial, but this one's like fairly new.
You're not part of the control group, by the way. You
Yeah,
get the gel.
that's what I was gonna go into. They're like pretty much identical, but there are certain routes that are not the same. Certain maps where you don't keep fly, certain maps you get fly on, compared to normal game. Like here, you would still do this in a normal game. Tutorial's really good. Yes, I agree. It's also much needed.
Oh, in case you got covered in that repulsion gel, here's some advice the lab boys gave me. Do not get covered in the repulsion.
Dang, my stream keeps loading.
All these science spheres are made of asbestos, by the way. Keeps out the rats. Let us know if you feel
Okay.
a shortness of breath,
This is annoying.
persistent dry cough, or your heart stopping, because that's not part of the test. Ha! I like your style. You make up your own rules, just like me.
Oh my god, he barely made that.
Man just for being in a wheelchair. Did it anyway. Ramps are expensive.
He also almost hit that gel there. If you hit it, you just go like flying straight, or it just stops you. Had it happen to me a couple times. I was pretty upset.
Now, if you're part of control group Kepler 7, we implanted a tiny microchip about the size of a postcard into your skull. Most likely you've forgotten it's even there. But if it starts vibrating and beeping...
Kenyon is a watched up streamer.
Because that means it's about to hit 500 degrees. So if you're hearing this, it means you're taking a long time on the catwalks between tests. The lab boys say that might be a fear reaction. I'm no psychiatrist, but coming from a bunch of eggheads who wouldn't recognize...
Yeah, what happened to the old Kenyon?
Science isn't about why, it's about why not. Why is so much...
So I'm actually surprised with Spidda's performance.
Congratulations. The simple fact that you're standing here
He
listening
like
to me
barely
means you
practices, and he's like on good run.
As founder and CEO of Aperture Science, I thank you for your participation and hope we can count on you for another round of tests. We're not going to release this stuff into the wild until it's good and damn
Spidda also, by the way, plays another Source game,
form.
so he's like already ahead than most people.
Say goodbye, Carolyn.
Goodbye, Carolyn.
Greetings, friend. I'm Cave Johnson, CEO of Aperture Science. You might know us as a vital participant. The testing area is just up ahead. The quicker you get through, the quicker you'll get your $60.
So yeah, once again, they're gonna do a reportal here. Just to shot through that little gap there. You can shoot through the end, and if you combine a couple hops with a reportal, you can just make it to the end there.
Great job, astronaut, war hero, and/or Olympian. With you.
He isn't any good at it, so so it doesn't really count. I wish I could say that I disagree.
There's still some positions available.
Okay, he's actually good.
Thank you. I can't believe
Let's see if he goes for the same conversion intro route, the new one, which is a super reportal, which where you get stuck in the wall and you stack a ton of reportals,
Welcome to the enrichment center.
which reportals, by the way, give you 200 velocity, because you're not supposed to be standing inside the portals, and when you shoot a portal, it shoots. So yeah, he's actually going for it. He hit it last time, but oh, I don't think he has it. Nope, he doesn't have it. He hit it last time, but he tried doing 2800 velocity. But that's like not. It's too risky. And there he gets his first try. Nice. Blender is behind quite a lot. But Spidda actually hit it there.
One of these new portals can somehow leach the
Oh, he still goes for 2800. That's too risky. But that's okay, because that's still saved. That's actually... I'm not sure if it's really tied anymore with... or like if it's still ahead than just normal route, just taking the elevator. It's probably still ahead, but like not by that much. Blender's gonna be doing the normal route. And in Speedrun mod, which we're playing right now, just removes every cutscene. The elevator is like really fast, so it doesn't that strat is saves time only if you like get it first try or just do it fast. Oh my god, look at how early he is. So he's just gonna bounce in between these two tubes because that tube in front of him for some reason has this tube in front of him for some reason has blue gel inside of it. Or no, not for some reason has blue gel inside of it, but it's actually like bouncy on the outside because I wish I could actually answer that.
Okay, so it's not the most watertight plan to go confront an omnipotent power mad AI with. Still, it's a better plan than exploding.
So yeah, Blender did the normal route, which still okay, still
For God's sake,
fast if
your
you do it first try.
boxes with legs. It's literally your
Or just
only
perfectly, I
purpose.
mean.
Walking onto buttons. How can you not do the one warmer? Warmer.
Yeah, he did.
Boiling hot. Boil. Okay, colder. Ice cold. You're Arctic now. You're very cold. Very cold. Look, just get on the button.
I think that the blue gel has some micropixels just outside of the tube.
You have no idea what it's like in this body. I have to test all the time.
Yeah, I don't really know if
Hardwired into the system or something.
the tube is just bouncy. Yeah, just go with
Oh,
it.
yeah. Oh, that felt really good. Oh, here's an idea. Since making tests and nothing. All right, can't blame me for trying.
I don't really think you ever see the tube, by the way. You ever like, or you ever use the tube? For some reason, it's just bouncy. Like, why would it be bouncy? Actually, can we just all think about it? Like, why is it bouncy? They'd have to implement it themselves for it to be bouncy. Like, they purposefully made the tube bouncy. Tube is just made of blue gel. It has blue gel on the inside.
Why don't you choose?
I'd love to help you solve the tests, but I can't. Sorry.
Yeah.
You're on your own.
Yep. So, by the way, Spidda is flying right now. This is not no clip.
Well
If you
done.
crouch in a funnel, correctly, you can get fly, and it's like having 0 gravity. So if you jump, you will go straight up. If you're flying straight, you keep going straight. If you're flying down, you keep going straight down. And you can combine that with strafing. But
Good as new.
what is Spidda doing? Anyways, if you lose control, which means you go over 300 velocity while flying, you wouldn't be able to stop yourself because there's no way to change direction while you're at 300 velocity, unless you hit a wall. I honestly feel like some of these strats, they were meant to be found. Why is that tube bouncy in the first place? And there's like perfect geometry, level geometry to where like the conversion intro route Super Rig Portal just works. Lemons. Or just that the Cave Johnson
Oh, sorry. I hope that
reportal
disturb you too much
with
then.
script and momentum perfectly. There's a tube there that you bounce off.
So that's just what I was doing. Just reading.
It's all too like perfect.
So not a moron. Anyway, just. Oh, what was that? That was nothing. That was nothing.
The body he's squatting in, my body, has a
So yeah, Spit is still ahead by quite a lot.
Don't mind me, just moving the old test chamber a little bit closer.
Looks like he's gonna be
to
taking this
me.
race.
I'd have thought
Oh, that makes more sense than anything
to
we
me,
can come up with.
I'd
Yeah,
have thought maybe proximity to
that's
the test
that's
hole
literally like,
might give us stronger results.
yeah.
What was that? Oh, sorry, I could have sworn you said something.
So Spit actually, oh my god, he's making like very big mistakes right now. This is like 10 seconds. Blender could. What is that sound, by the way?
Are you absolutely
Oh, it
sure
was like
you're
the chamber
solving
moving.
these
Okay.
correctly? I mean, yes, you solved
Oh
them,
my
but
god,
maybe
Blender could actually catch up.
Maybe there's a number of ways to solve them, and you're picking all the worst
Actually, not really
ways.
sure about that.
No,
Well, his
no,
timer's already ahead,
solution.
and he's
What
not
am I
even on the
missing?
same map. Spidda is not cut. Spidda is ahead.
Had a brainwave. I'm going to tape you solving these, and then watch 10 at once. Get a more sort of concentrated burst of science. Oh, on a related note, I am going to need you to
So yeah,
solve
Spidda's
these
gonna get
10
fly
times
again
as
by
well.
crouching at the end of that
just give me a
funnel
wave, would you, before you
and
solve this one,
uncrouching.
alright? I don't want to spoil the ending for when I watch it
Look
later.
at that perfect level geometry. I think, I don't know, I don't really know about that laser catapult one. I think it's just there, just cause. There's like a perfect backup tube though. It's just all the lines like too perfectly, man.
One self-destructing, already fixed. Programmed in one last tremor for old time's sake. One or two more tremors in there just for fun.
Warning. Core
It's
overheating.
just dumb luck.
Keep it straight.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not
what
a
I
tester.
feel like
Ignore what he's saying,
with
but
the
just
laser
keep on
catapult one.
testing. Alright, still nothing. Let's keep moving. Sorry about the lift. It's out of service because it melted.
What? I did not know you could do that.
Might as well,
For
you know,
fly
give
stuff,
it
there's
some-
a lot of level geometry we can
You'll
use. Some of
see
it
some
is bound to
lights
work, yeah.
of some kind. Don't
No,
know
yeah,
what
you're
they are,
right.
but very sciencey.
The fly is
You're
just,
right.
I mean, you're flying, so like, makes
Are you
sense.
all right back there? Here, I'll turn the.
Didn't know about that either, yeah.
You're alive. Great. Yeah, just getting a test ready for you. Obviously,
So
not
he's
doing
gonna
anything.
turn off funneling here, portal funneling. And if you enter the portal, a ground portal with forward momentum, you'll keep the forward momentum if your portal funneling is on the other side. And if it was on, you would actually lose it. Or you would lose the portal momentum. Spidda does baby pop catch.
Only 3 more chambers to your big surprise.
Yeah. See, it's gonna get fly again. Dang, you get fly like how many times in Speedrun mod? 3? 4? So you get it once in laser catapult, funnel intro, repulsion polarity, and finale 2. That's 4
Big
times.
surprises. Well, only 2
Yeah.
more chambers. Surprise! We're doing
And for the people that don't know how to do pop catch yet, that's 5 times for them, since they can get fly on that map too.
No, don't do that. Stand
That's
right
insane.
Here. No, where'd you go? No, seriously, do come back. Please, come back, please. Okay, look, I've decided I'm not gonna kill you.
So yeah.
Okay. Oh, just thinking back to the old
You can
times,
see
the
if
old days
Spidda has
when we were
funneling on,
good
you
old
see how the
days.
funneling like,
Can't help but notice
see it stopped
you're
them
not coming back.
from keeping
I've got
still
an
going
idea.
forward. Just funnel them straight into the portal. That's what you don't want for pop catch.
Ha! Death trap! Did something break back there?
So they're both on finale. They're only one map behind, or one map apart. But Blender is a map behind, and his timer is ahead by about 30 seconds. 20. I mean, no, that's, oh yeah, it's 20 seconds. So I have to say Spidda has a lot of room here to make minor mistakes. Like, you could have died there, and could have still been ahead. So yeah, Spidda is not jumping because right now he has fly. and if you were to jump, he'd just go to the ceiling. You do want to jump though, but that's just not at the wrong time.
Take that as a no then.
So here, that wall, for some reason, you can just go through. The cables just send you down since they're perfectly sloped, and you can jump on that and just hit the funnel, loose fly, and it's just perfect for some reason. It's a pretty good race. Spidda's on finale 4, last map of the game, and Blender just entered finale 3. So that just goes to show how ahead Spidda is. Same with the timer, being like 15 seconds apart now.
Warning. Core corruption at 50%.
What happened?
So yeah, Spidda has 3 cores to put in here. This is the second core.
Quick, what's the situation? Oh, hey.
And then after the third core, there's this trick called Moonshot. To where if you go inside the stalemate button room, what's the thing we were talking about? Oh, I didn't know that either. That's you can reshoot the portal and laser platform if the laser isn't hitting,
Warning. Core
and
corruption at
it'll hit,
100%.
I guess. Gotcha. So yeah, so we're just gonna go for Moonshot here.
Resolution associate.
So if you just hold mouse 1 and W, you can shoot the moon early because the roof is open, and for some reason it's open when you enter that room. Well, it's not really open, but the trigger to shoot there is. And yeah, it's called early moonshot. God. Oh, what is Blender? Oh, is this Big Brain? GG. Yeah, Spedek got 34, pretty insane. Nice. Let's see if they wanna do post-game interview. Do they just get the thing automatically? Oh yeah, Spit is here. Yo!
Test?
Yo!
You can hear me?
Yes.
Yo!
Dude, nice!
No! Ah,
You did it!
first intro owned me both times.
I mean, you hit it pretty fast second time. It's still
Yeah.
good
What else? owned
to
me?
get rolled.
I don't know, I hit walls every single map. I'm gonna get rolled by my next opponent.
Just who?
No clue. Probably Melon.
What does Melon have? I think a lot of these people just actually don't post
Oh,
their.
did you see my
PB.
stop the box? Oh my god.
Yeah, we were thinking about cutting you from the team.
I mean, that was probably the worst stop the box in the tourney so far.
Yeah, probably.
It was fun, I guess.
Yeah, you won both. Good job. Didn't even let Blender get a first map or first round.
That's expected of me, though. God.
Wait, Blender's gonna join in a big.
He probably doesn't want to,
Yeah, he's probably
which is
drunk.
fine. He's drunk?
I don't know. He said he was gonna go drink something.
Water, probably.
Oh. What's the command?
It's R and C. Is that what you wanted?
No, there's a Portal 2 command.
You did it.
What? It's not working.
Bonjour tout le monde.
Yo.
Yo.
GG Speedda.
Yeah, GG.
It was a good game. It was very fun, and I lose miserably.
Same. Lost like 2 minutes on conversion intro in the first race.
Oh yeah, I saw you tried the hard route. Oh, I'm so
Yes.
stressed.
Funny, but
It's really difficult to save time with that route, especially in
Yeah.
speedrun mod. So how like behind were you, Blender? Like both races to your PB?
Excuse me, I did not understand.
How behind were you to
Oh.
your PB? Like both races?
I was plus 13.
And
13.
and which one? The first run or the second run?
Second run. I think on the first run I was like plus 50, something like
Dang.
that.
Yeah, we were like very close to PBing. That was pretty nuts.
yeah.
Yeah, but I choked everywhere. The beginning was kind of fine, but in the middle of the run I was too stressed. My hand was shaking.
I was shaking in the beginning.
Yeah, you still did fine, both of you, I think. So
Thanks.
I guess I'm better at tazzing.
well,
Alright.
good luck with the. I think you should move on to losers bracket. I think everyone does.
Yeah.
I mean, good luck with that. Good luck
Let's
to
get
both
out
of
of
you
here.
actually. Yeah, but you did good. So thanks for racing and
Thanks
goodbye.
for coming.
Thanks.
Thank you, Alice, for coming, for commentating, and Speedda
Yeah, no
for
problem.
running.
Shout out to Dinky Hotchkiss. That's all.
No shout out to Dinky Hotchkiss. Shout
Yeah,
out
that's
to
all.
Crazy Out for making the streamer run. Okay.
Yeah.
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 Goodbye.
Bye. And remember that